Welcome to your doom.
What's up, everybody? This is the Cold-Blooded Critic, and today I'd like to read some articles regarding the supposed civil war that is taking place over at Lucasfilm between good old Cuckleen Kennedy and the mediocre Lorian writer-director Jon Favreau. So, this is far from a surprise to me. Cuckleen should have been removed from the picture, and more specifically, from having any creative control whatsoever long ago in a galaxy far from SJWism, identity politics, and agenda. But that's neither here nor there, as the damage has been done, and all we can really hope for is a change of leadership and direction from this current shit show that we've been subject to ever since the sequel trilogy began, in my opinion. So, anywho, let's take a look at a post really quick that was dropped by WDW or Walt Disney World Pro via wdwmagic.com this past Monday, explaining the current power struggles over at Lucasfilm. So, let me go ahead and read you guys this post here. It's really the only section in this post that speaks to the power struggle at Lucasfilm, and we're going to read it now. So, here it goes. The ongoing battle over Lucasfilm's direction continues, with Cuckleen Kennedy and Jon Favreau factions fighting over the studio. It's fairly well known that at this point that the beef between Kennedy and Iger is real. Given that Iger essentially ignored her in his memoirs, it's also hard to lose sight of how many projects Kennedy has seen fail at Lucasfilm. Star Wars Resistance, Star Wars Forces of Destiny, Star Wars Galaxies of Adventures, Solo, lost money by the way, and the sequel trilogy falling in revenues with each release. While Favreau seemingly struck it out of the park with The Mandalorian, now mediocre Lorian, as series for Disney Plus, that even Iger was giving creative suggestions for and taking notes on each episode. Buried in the lead of Waititi, or Waistinky, directing a new Star Wars film, which Kennedy has no creative control over, was confirmation of the female-centric Star Wars series being helmed by former Weinstein personal assistant, loosely Headcrumb. But be ready, because it looks almost certain that a new narrative is being pushed by Kennedy loyalists in Lucasfilm. And that narrative is that Headcrumb was only a personal assistant for 1 year, and that being against her or her series is misogynistic, mean, and unfair. Again, this is a conflict that Disney doesn't want. They don't want conflict over a hire that lavishly praised Weinstein, deleted hundreds of tweets at the same time as a leak about her project, and made no dirt on Iger and Eisner. With all of that said, Kennedy, or Cuckleen, has essentially gotten her way time after time, outplaying Iger, even if she has been hammered by segments of the fans, mostly by hiring and developing strong loyalty within her brand. Yes, this is disgusting. It is pitiful, and I blame Bob Iger solely for this. I mean, he could have easily, as being the CEO and head of Disney, had just said, squashed the whole thing and said, no, we're not doing this. All of your other projects are failing or have failed or have lost us a ton of money, a ton of revenue. You're dividing fans, you're alienating fans, you're calling them all kinds of, ists and phobes and this and that and the other, which is totally untrue. You're trying to dismiss the fan base, and it's not happening. We, the fandom menace, are alive and well. We're stronger than ever, and we're going to see the day that you are ousted, and hopefully we can get some, semblance of our old Star Wars back. Some form of it will return to us in time after you are dethroned from your spot that you don't deserve, never have deserved. And so There you go. There's that message there. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at another article here. So we're going to take a look at this article here on Bounding into Comics by good old John F. Trent. Thanks, Johnny, for posting. And he kind of breaks down the post that I had just previously read by WDW Pro. And he also kind of goes into what Clownfish TV over at YouTube. Clownfish TV, they are a wonderful source for anything pop culture related, more specifically nerd culture and things like comic books, Disney, or comic books, Star Wars, you name it. They are exceptionally good, and I suggest you go and subscribe to them as soon as you can. But anyway, so here on Bounding into Comics, Clownfish TV covered the rumor with Geeky Sparkles ripping into Kennedy, Cuckleen Kennedy loyalists, alleged playbook of describing those who dare criticize Headcrumb in her upcoming series as misogynistic. So, let's scroll down here a bit and we'll see what this is all about. Again, if you haven't seen Clown TV's video on this, I highly suggest you go there and check it out when you get a moment, get a minute, get a chance, check it out. All right, so this kind of goes into what Geeky Sparkles, her stating her stance on this female-centric show got approved, by Iger. Iger basically caved in, as he always does when it comes to Kathleen Kennedy, Cuckleen. He doesn't want to be any bad light to be shed on him, so he'll just bend the knee, no questions asked. He might have been livid, as some were saying, but as we can see, he's on both knees, and his face is right there in the Weapon X of Cuckleen Kennedy. Geeky stated, "You know what I'm going to rant for a minute." So this is a rant from Geeky Sparkles. "You can take your misogyny and stick it up your ass, because I am effing tired, sorry mom, of being told every time I turn around that I don't like your bullshit narrative shoved down my throat or up my ass like an enema. I am some kind of misogynistic, unfair, racist, sexist jerk. That is childish. Yes, that is true. It is childish. That is lazy. That is cowardly. It is all three of those things and more. Because all you are doing is taking people that are already marginalized and you are using them as damn shields. People are mad because she was a shitty choice. Yes, she is creatively bankrupt. She sucks. She has no talent. I don't understand it either. She was proven to have an agenda. She said crappy things on Twitter that she deleted. Yes, she sure did. She praised Weinstein. Said he was like a papa to her. It's crazy how this is the person that they put in the forefront for SJWism shit from Disney. It's really, not only is it hypocritical, but it's just retarded. Pardon the use of that word. Geeky continues, Cuckleen Kennedy has completely effed up Star Wars beyond belief, which is pretty fucking true. It is the most true thing that I've ever heard said. There was no plan, never a plan. She's always like, I still don't understand how the woman has a job, frankly. I really don't. Because if anybody can pinpoint to one person who messed it up, it's her. Yes, indeed. Cuckleen Kennedy, the destroyer of Star Wars, in conjunction with Jar Jar Abrams, Rian Johnson, and so forth. So, and she adds, so don't you dare sit there and say it's misogynistic, mean, and unfair because I'm a woman and I think it's a lot of crap. Which it is, and you are going to sit here and tell me again that I am an internalized misogynist because of your PR spin. Yeah, so I think we kind of get the gist of what's going on here, and then it also, there's also a tag in here for a related article regarding Johnny Soyboy Campia and his co-host Aaron Cummings. regarding that little video that he did where he tried to dismiss the fan base before they can get a word out regarding this female-centric, inherently sexist Star Wars show, calling us man babies and this and that, and he doesn't want to hear it. So please stop it. I don't want to hear it. But you know what? I'm not going to stop. I'm speaking my mind. Campia and all his soy boy buddies and people like him, people that are kissing ass to get ahead in Hollywood because it's the thing to do right now, to be SJW, to be woke. You guys can, you can suck a fat one. That's all I got to say. And so, that's kind of my take on this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are voicing your opinions and bringing this stuff to light as well. The more the merrier. United, we can defeat these woke assholes. And we do it where it hurts the most. And this has been said before, and it holds true no matter what. This is, we hit them in their pocketbook. We hit them in the bank. We take them to the bank. We take them there, and we tell them, sorry, there is no more money for you. There is nothing. My hard-earned money doesn't go to any of this garbage that you're trying to pander. You're trying to pander to this crowd that doesn't exist, this audience that does not exist except for on Twitter. They don't buy your products. They don't buy your toys, your comics. They don't see the movies. They don't watch the shows. It's really ridiculous that you're trying to cater to a non-existent audience. It's sad. It's confusing. And us, the fandom menace, us as the paying customers, we are through with you. We're done. That's it. And we have no escapism because they're just murdering it left and right. And there's really nowhere to turn. I mean, thank God we do. We still have the classic material, the movies, the shows, and that's always great. It's always great. But it would be more great as if they had just knocked the shit off and shut the fuck up and just give us our content. Give us our content that we expect. The paying customers, just give it to us like business as usual, like it always has been before, 2015, 2016. And, just, that's it. Make your money, give us what we want, and shut the fuck up. That's all you got to do. And so, all right, so we'll continue here. So she concludes, so middle finger to you. You better not spin this new thing because you don't agree as misogynistic, mean, and unfair again. Oh, look at how creative and original you are. Sorry, but I'm sick of it. As a woman, I'm so sick of being used as a shield and then being told I'm not allowed to have an opinion other than the opinion they tell me I should have. Yes. Female-centric, female-led, female this, female that, which it's just, it boggles my mind. You know what I'm saying? It boggles my mind because never has there been anything that, up until this point that's, male-centric. If they said male-centric, then they would just write it off as. So we'll just finish with that. After Erin Cummings, she said that about the female-led Star Wars series, which is inherently sexist, and and I really don't understand how they don't see that, and they want to push that, they want to push sexism in their own stupid way, but us man babies, I guess we can't say anything about it. But if we were to turn around and say male-centric, then everyone would be up in arms. It's totally fucking hypocritical, and it's really sad and disgusting. And I'm glad people are speaking up about it. I'm speaking up about it. I'm not going to shut my mouth. I'm going to give these motherfuckers what they deserve. And so we'll continue reading here. criticism of Headcrum as showrunner for the series has already been rebuffed by the likes of people like John Campea, Soy Boy extraordinaire. Towards the end of April, Campea Soy Boy responded to the then rumors of Headcrum taking over the show, calling her critics man babies in an obvious reference to Rian Johnson. Rian Johnson is the biggest fucking man baby ever. But I digress. He stated, now listen. I can already hear the man babies crying out, why is it female centric? There's an agenda. Which is all true. It's all true. Don't be dismissive. It's all true, Johnny. I don't know what your fucking problem is or what you're trying to do, but you can't just simply dismiss us like that. It's not going to happen. Let's just put that to bed and not touch on this again, shall we? They've already got 3 other series that are all male-led. It's not about that. It's not about being male or female. It's about creating characters, well-developed characters that people can relate to, not necessarily in a political way, but in a just as far as being a hero, coming from nothing, coming of age, finding yourself, things like that. We can escape to these characters. That's what we want. We want to be able to escape to these characters, live vicariously through them, be entertained, be uplifted. And, that's what we really want. We're the paying customers. Give that to us. Hello. He added, that means right now, if this comes out and it's only for 4 shows, that's 75% of them male-led. They got one that's going to happen to be female-led one. Deal with it and just move on. Can we move on from that? Thank you. No, we're not going to move on. We're not going to move on. We're going to tear you a new asshole. All right. So here we go. However, Campea's co-host Aaron Cummings would rebuff him and break down why the criticism was valid and why she had issue with how the rumor was circulated. It would not surprise me in the least if Lucasfilm and Kennedy loyalists do attempt this strategy to deflect criticism of Headcrum's series. We've seen it play out through Hollywood. As I previously mentioned, Ghostbusters 2016 used it. More recently, we saw it deployed with Terminator Dark Fate and Charlie's Angels. The films and studios that deploy this strategy don't tend to succeed. Yes. Get woke, go broke. It's a very simple formula. If you get woke, you start trying to preach to people and tell people how to live and what they should think, and you want to check your boxes of social justice and try and shove that garbage down our throats and give us this speech before the shit even comes out. If you don't like this, then you're this, that, and the other. You're an ist, you're a phobe, you're a bigot. This movie, the show wasn't made for you. It was made for this small niche population within the demographic. Yeah, we're not going to want to watch that shit because it's garbage. We already know it's going to be garbage because, first of all, you're telling us it wasn't made for us, which is, everyone else that's not a part of that community or that demographic, which is pretty much, 90%? 90% of everyone else, you're telling them that it's not made for them. Don't watch it if you don't like it or if you don't agree with us. And you're doing this within our beloved properties, our beloved IPs that we've grown up on, that we love. We love the characters. Everything's already established. The fans, the paying customers, have kept these properties afloat for several fucking decades. I don't understand it. But anyway, this has been the Cold Blood Critic. I seriously hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any constructive criticism or negative criticism, please feel free to share it with me. I am only an opinionator, and yes, my blood does run cold for people who destroy the properties that I've known and loved my entire life. And I will continue to press on. Please continue watching, like and subscribe. And this has been the Cold-Blooded Critic. And I'll see you guys next time.